Hello everyone, and welcome back to the WGEA Legislation Mini Series. My name is Stacey Quilton, and I'm the Chief of Staff with the Work 180 team. In the first videos, we covered what the new WGEA legislation means and why it's such a powerful opportunity to create lasting change. Now let's talk about one of the biggest make or break factors for success under these new requirements: how you listen to your people. If you don't truly understand what's driving your numbers, you could end up spending time and money fixing the wrong problems. We've seen it happen before. Organisations set gender targets with the best of intentions, but without the full picture, their efforts stall or even backfire. That's why today we're focusing on one of the most powerful tools you have for uncovering the real story behind your data: employee voice. Listening to your people turns target setting from guesswork into an evidence-based plan, one that builds trust, drives engagement, and makes change sustainable. The power of employee voice. A good listening process does more than show you where you stand. It uncovers the hidden barriers, the untold experiences, and the areas where people may be really struggling to thrive. Your workforce data tells you what's happening. Your employees tell you why. Listening to employee voice helps you get to the root causes of inequality, not just the symptoms. For example, one employer we worked with thought the low female promotion rates were the issue, but when they asked their employees, they discovered the real barrier was a lack of flexibility offered when employees transitioned to middle management positions. The related root issues included inflexible rostering and lack of clarity in expectations around working hours were addressed. Once that changed, promotions and retention improved naturally. That's the power of listening. It helps you solve the right problems, not just the visible ones. And the most common tools for this: engagement surveys, pulse surveys, dedicated diversity, equity and inclusion surveys, demographic and experience data. Getting your surveys right. Of course, even the best survey can fall flat if it's not done well. A poorly executed survey can actually do more harm than good. Communicate the why. Be upfront about the purpose of the survey. When people understand why they're being asked for feedback and how that feedback will be used, they're far more likely to respond honestly. Not everyone will be an inclusion champion, but everyone wants to work somewhere where they feel trusted, respected, and safe. So frame your survey around those shared values. This can include coming back to your organisational values and behaviours. One endorsed employer we worked with had poor engagement survey participation, so they decided to step back and be transparent. They shared the full story with their people, the purpose of the survey, the results, and what changed because of it. That transparency built trust and boosted participation the following year. Make it easy and safe. To get honest feedback, people need to feel safe and supported. That means making surveys anonymous, allowing time during work hours to complete them, ensuring everyone can access them, including frontline workers. We often see challenges when surveys roll out across both office and field-based operational environments. For example, shared devices can raise confidentiality concerns. Phones may not be allowed on the floor for safety reasons. A simple solution? Build survey time into the workday. Even 5 minutes during a shift, led by a team manager, can make a big difference. Act on the results. One of the fastest ways to lose engagement is to ask for feedback, then do nothing with it. If employees don't see you follow up from past surveys, they won't participate next time. So be transparent about what will happen with the results and follow through on what you can. The critical role of data granularity. Once you've gathered your data, the real work begins. The most important thing to do is to dig deep. Don't just stop at the company average. Looking at overall company averages can be misleading because they often hide what's really happening for specific groups of people. When you cross-reference employee experience data with demographic data, you start to see the full picture. That's how you dig deeper into the identified hotspots to uncover teams or groups where people might be facing unique challenges. For example, one organisation's data showed that both men and women on the front line felt uncomfortable speaking up to management. When they looked closer, that discomfort was far stronger among employees with disabilities or LGBTQIA+ workers. At a glance, their overall score looked fine, but digging deeper revealed a clear area needing attention, something that might have been missed entirely without the demographic lens. This can then inform our approach to ensure that our gender equality targets are intersectional and fit for purpose in our working environment. Employee consultation before and after target setting. Listening to your people isn't just something to do before setting your targets. It can actually become one of the targets itself. Within the WGEA framework, employee consultation is one of the gender equality indicators. That means employers can set specific actions like regular consultation with diversity committees or employee networks on gender equality, experience or engagement surveys, focus groups, or exit interviews. These activities don't just check a compliance box, they strengthen inclusion and accountability across your organisation. Consultation helps ensure the targets you set reflect your employees' lived experiences, and that progress continues long after the targets are published. So what next? Before you start drafting your WGEA targets, start by listening. Listen to employee voices through well-designed surveys. Analyse results with a demographic lens to find your unique hotspots. Take time to understand the why behind the data before setting your targets. When you do this, your WGEA targets become more than just numbers. They become a genuine reflection of your people, your culture, and your commitment to equity. In our next video, we'll explore how you can take employee voice to the next level through consultative focus groups that keep your strategy alive and responsive. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.